We've got another council mission, this time to rescue a VIP. Once again, we're operating in the Warlock's territory, and it's been several missions now since the last time we saw him, so I'm expecting him this time. So for our squad, we're bringing along our Reaper as usual, for the adversary damage bonus. We have a Ranger for the flanking crits. We have our top-ranking Grenadier for hollow targeting, hail of bullets and more. We're bringing along a Specialist because we need to hack some objectives and I want to try and get some more resources. We have our Spark as usual for overdrive shooting. And then we also have a Sharpshooter for the Gunslinger blue screen combo. As for equipment, we don't have any major changes. Talon rounds on our Ranger for the crits, blue screen rounds on our Sharpshooter for the mechanical enemies. All three of our frontline units have mine shields, including our Sharpshooter because we'll try to get her in for pistol shots. Our Specialist has a Mimic Beacon in case something goes horribly wrong. And we've also given out a few small upgrades. We've given our Spark a scope, so they're going to be ever so slightly more likely to hit their shots. And then we've also given our Grenadier an autoloader just because we don't have any expanded magazines to give her yet.
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
The VIP is very close to the extraction point, which is good. We'll still have to move quickly though. We need to be careful of civilians down near the edge of the building.
I will reposition.
So before we drop down, I'm just going to check all these tiles in case there's any random civilians. This is actually the edge of the map, so we'll want to make sure we're not missing any pods.
My life is in your hands. Moving out.
I'm on the move. Moving to designated position.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Overwatch.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
When the screen shakes during the alien activity phase, that means there's one specific type of enemy and we'll be encountering them later.
As you order, Commander.
We've got our first pod over here, an Andromedan and 2 Spectres. I'm tempted to dash here. There's a small wall between us and them. We don't need to though, because the timer's not ticking down yet due to infiltrate, so we can afford to play a little bit patiently. If we didn't have the infiltrate resistance order, I would definitely be considering dashing here.
Understood. Moving out.
Roger that.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Naturally, got it covered.
It doesn't seem like they're moving. We can't ignore them though, because they might come towards us during another fight.
I go where you tell me.
This was a bad move. We've lost sight of the pod. I should have used target preview before moving. Next turn, if they still don't move, we'll use our Sharpshooter to snipe a Spectre.
Heading to that location. Moving to designated.
Normally this would be far too slow for a timed mission. We could easily use one of our claymores to activate them instead.
Heading to that location.
Overwatch.
Affirmative, covering now.
Ideally we would go for the Andromedan first, because the Andromedan is by far the most dangerous target, but we don't have an easy way to get to it. We could start with a grenade, but we'd have to drop down in order to do it, we'd lose the cover destruction, and we also wouldn't be able to use holo targeting then. We'll just start with the sniper shot on the Spectre. If we get a crit, we might kill it.
They're on to us!
The Warlock is actually immune to explosions now anyway, so we can afford to use a rocket here to soften them up. Now we can get our Grenadier to apply holo targeting. She can't see the target from anywhere on the roof, so we'll have to go down. She can guarantee the hit with hail of bullets though.
Whatever you say.
An 81% is a good shot, but I'd still want to guarantee the hit. Andromedans are too dangerous. None of our other units can see it from the roof either. We could run and gun, but I'm a little concerned about activating other pods. We'll just use run and gun. If we activate another pod, we can use the mimic beacon. If our sharpshooter still had actions, we'd use her to finish it off. As it is, we'll go down with our spark and try for a hair trigger.
Affirmative.
We could use combat protocol, but that's only going to do 4 to 5 damage. Our Reaper can still do 5 to 6 damage. If we can hit it with our specialist, then our Reaper can finish it off and still stay in concealment. We don't have to worry about clumping up anymore, because the Andromedan Husk can only use melee attacks, and Spectres almost always use Shadowbind as their first action instead of taking flanking shots. We also have the option to hack it, but at 52% it's just not worth it. It looks like it flew backwards, because it seems to have broken the window back there. We'll send our Reaper out and try to reveal it.
I am at your service.
It might be hiding behind this pillar here. We can come all the way out to the car to try and flank it.
I am trusting you.
The aliens used this to defeat most of Earth's heavy conventional forces. It can punch through armor just as easily as it chews through infantry. Be careful.
Our next pod is a Sectopod, Stun Lancer, and a Purifier. The Sectopod is the largest mechanical enemy in the game and it is very weak to blue screen rounds. It stood right next to a car, but we'll have to think about that next time. As for the Spectre, we'll reload and use demolition to try and remove its cover without having to waste a grenade. Now we can bring our sharpshooter in to finish it off with blue screen rounds.
Moving to designated position.
It seems like once again we didn't get the warlock, so we wasted our time bringing mine shields.
Good riddance.
We'll put our spark on the roof first, and then start setting up our squad to try and catch the sectopod in an Overwatch ambush.
Sure thing.
Here I come!
I'm on it.
Moving to Overwatch.
The sectopod helpfully broke a hole in the wall right next to our objective. We'll continue creeping up on Overwatch. We'll keep our sharpshooter up top on Long Watch though.
Not a problem.
Finally!
Hail of Bullets is going to be on a long cooldown, so we'll only use one action and let her overwatch as well, just in case they charge towards us.
There better be something there. Come get some.
I'm on it.
On Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Overwatch protocol engaged. I go where I'm needed. My turn on watch.
It looks like they didn't move. We'll try to close in and use a claymore to activate them if they stay where they are.
Moving as ordered. Scanning approach vector.
We have to be careful here to not reveal the pod. I'm going to leave a gap tile just in case.
Absolutely.
Let's do this.
Ready to rock.
Overwatch mode.
On Overwatch.
I'll watch closely.
Hit the armor!
I got nothing.
That was well worth it, because we got rid of all its armor and its hollow targeted.
Trajectory failure.
Our sharpshooter can't directly see the sectopod for pistol shots. There's two schools of thought here. We can either go in for face-off, which can hit 2 targets, or we can stay up here and just shoot it once with the sniper rifle. I think going with the sniper rifle is going to be a better use of our damage. We're going to be leaving our specialist for last, just in case. There are no cars nearby, so we'll try a claymore instead. It would be great to hit all 3 of them, but it's more important that we remove the stun lancer's cover.
A deadly threat.
I can handle that.
I made a mistake here. I assumed the grenade would kill the stun lancer, but it has 5 HP left, which is just enough to survive the grenade if it doesn't roll max damage. Grenades only have a 20% chance to roll their maximum damage value.
Take this!
We can definitely kill the stun lancer using our specialist stock, so we'll try and kill the purifier first.
Reloading.
And our spark procced a hair trigger again.
Terminated.
I'm ready. This might be useful. By the numbers.
We'll hold position and overwatch just in case another pod comes at us.
Got it covered.
We are known to them.
The VIP is moving with us toward the evac. Menace 1-5 status confirmed. VIP is in tow. Proceed to the extraction point.
I'm not sure what just revealed us there. It must be because our Reaper saw and activated the VIP.
On my way.
Ideally we'd keep our spark on the roof, but they could be inside the building.
Moving.
Let's move already. 7 off.
The sectopod already destroyed the door, but it's worth checking to see what the rewards are. The objective actually has a small alloy cache, which we definitely want.
The general public is aware of. I'll give it a shot. I'm in.
Sensors at maximum range.
On Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
We've got a reinforcement drop.
Menace
supply
1-5, we're
information.
picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
We've got 6 turns left on the clock, but there is still another pod out there somewhere. It would be very bad to activate both of them at the same time. Ideally we'd put our spark in high ground, but there isn't really a spot where they can see the drop site.
Servos engaged.
Sure thing.
We need to reload our sharpshooter, and I accidentally bugged out the game by hitting shortcuts too quickly again.
Don't waste my time.
Tired of waiting around.
Affirmative, covering now.
Priority.
We may as well bring our Reaper back to Overwatch as well, since he's lost concealment.
I'll keep an eye on it.
The reinforcements are a heavy mech, a shield bearer, and a purifier.
Advent is near.
We detonated the purifier, which did damage to the other 2 as well.
Enemy unit
Miss the
destroyed.
target.
We'll start with our Grenadier for hollow targeting, but we'll move as far forward as possible.
No problem, boss.
It's low enough now to kill with our sharpshooter. She's not quite in range though. We'll just look at the icon above the mech to work out which tiles are in pistol range.
Heading out. Nailed him.
Now we'll reconceal our Reaper and scout the path ahead.
Strike from the darkness. Moving out.
The next pod is another heavy mech, a shield bearer, and a priest.
Heading out.
Advancing.
Let's do this.
Got it covered.
Come get some.
We'll reload with our spark, because overdrive is off cooldown. The VIP is really close to the extraction zone. If we move him a little closer, he should be able to get out next turn.
Overwatch.
We don't have a lot of time to overwatch creep here. We could activate by running our VIP to the extraction zone. Our Reaper still has another Claymore though, due to Highlands. We'll move up a little closer, and then if they're still stationary next turn, we'll use the Claymore.
On my way.
On the move.
Here I come. Moving out.
Don't slow me down.
Come get some.
Ever vigilant. I am on watch.
Let's rock.
Moving to Overwatch. I got nothing. Come on, focus.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Normally we'd want to hit the shield bearer and mech, since the priest will likely stasis anyway, but we can't quite hit both of them.
A delicate placement.
Position confirmed.
We'll go in with our sharpshooter and use face-off to take a shot at everyone. But I want to see if we can weaken them some more first. Our grenadier should be able to hit both the mech and shield bearer. Ideally we remove his cover as well. Now is as good a time as any to use face-off.
Target's cleared.
I'm going to give this kill to our specialist, since we don't have very many high-rank ones right now. He's only on 2 HP, so we may as well use combat protocol to guarantee it.
The VIP is with me. We
VIP
are
is
moving
secure.
up.
On approach.
Let's move already.
Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
Rolling out.
Not a problem.
10-4.
Moving on target.
Since our specialist can see the security tower, we may as well try for the intel reward before we extract.
Accessing system. Can't get this one.
They're sending in more.
Heading home.
Just in time.
Evac confirmed.
My fight is over. Spark.
Packing it in.
Disengaging.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
It was worth bringing our specialist because we got a few more alloys. We also had another example of the power of Overwatch ambushes, as we half killed that sectopod before we even started our turn.
Nothing boosts morale like a few dead aliens. We got more than our share today.
We have a couple new promotions. For Ranger, this really is a non-choice. Untouchable just means you're completely invulnerable for the next attack if you get a kill during your turn, which is an amazing fallback. When compared to an ability that just lets you hunker down if you don't attack. At least on a Ranger, it's completely useless. And then we'll give another field medic to our specialist.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts continue to bolster the resistance movement across the globe.
We got another new engineer from that. We don't really have much that he can do right now. We don't have any facilities that we particularly want. For lack of anything better, we'll assign him to the proving ground. We don't have any projects we especially need right now either. You could argue for experimental heavy weapons, but I'm trying to wait until we get powered armor to get access to the second tier of heavy weapons first. The other one would be skull mining to boost your hacking chance. It only costs 75 supplies and 1 Elarium core though, so we may as well.
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
We have plenty of engineers now, as you can see. We'll carry on contacting the Codex region.
Sector 5, India.
We've established contact with the local resistance forces in this region, Commander. We're ready to move on the coordinates we pulled from the Codex.
New regional contacts located.
Now we have 3 choices to go for if the Avatar project fills up again.
Not for the meddling hands of naive humans. You know nothing of the undertaking ahead.
In terms of continent bonuses, the ones we're most interested in are integrated warfare and inside knowledge. Inside knowledge is great because it boosts your weapon mods even further. What we'll do rather than going for intel or engineers is build another radio relay. That way we can get access to the Forge region, and it would also boost our income.
Setting course for the Brazilian corridor.
They knew what they were getting themselves into when they joined up with your resistance. The Elders don't have mercy to spare for anyone.
These Chosen are constantly hunting us to try and recapture you, Commander, and are spreading terror throughout the Resistance as they go. We'll need to pay close attention to each one as they gain more information about our plans. Some of our people are a little worse for wear after that last covert action, but if we give them time to rest, they'll be fine.
Together, we have learned even more about the Chosen that pursue you, Commander. Your skirmishers respect your ways, Commander. Your people fight with honor. All skirmishers, all those freed from the Elders' bonds, are eager to hear your orders, Commander.
Double Agent is very good in the same way that Volunteer Army is. It also gives you a small chance to get an extra unit in your squad, and you can actually combine them together to occasionally get 8 soldiers.
Our influence with the Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
If we wanted to, we could now recruit a second skirmisher. I'd much rather wait to try and get another Reaper instead though. We do need to consider finishing the third Hunt the Chosen action for the Warlock, in case he fills his knowledge bar next month. But I also really don't want to let the Avatar project get out of control again.
Begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
We're coming up on the end of the month now, and we still have 197 supplies. So in light of all of the new resistance orders we're getting, I'm going to spend some resources to upgrade our resistance ring again and get another wild card slot.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
My focus, all of my efforts have been rewarded. I am reinvigorated.
Being able to summon troopers is pretty average as far as strengths go.
There's nothing more to be learned. The time for action is finally at hand.
He still hasn't quite managed to fill up his bar yet, but the very next covert action we're going on is going to be finding his stronghold, just in case we need to go on that mission. Once again, another month where we have 2 really bad dark events. Made Whole is definitely one of the worst events in the game. Losing all of the chosen weaknesses, including the adversary bonuses, is a huge deal, so we need to prioritize that.
My people are up for some additional work if you've got any orders for us, Commander.
Now we have a lot more resistance orders we can use. We're definitely going to be taking Double Agent. We'll also add Volunteer Army. Then we'll need to consider which other one we want. The 2 I'm considering are increased scan resources and faster weapons research. We only have a few more weapons projects, and they're not going to take too long, so we'll go with scanned resources.
For the defeat of the Elders.
Avenger plotting new course.
No, can you? It's obvious where you're going, but I don't think you'll like what you find there.
Setting course for Sector 3, Brazil.
Although we prefer to work alone, sometimes it helps to have backup. We need your help, Commander.
Again, we've got the Warlock, so we may need to bring mine shields. This is another mission with the car-mounted turret. You can tell because it has the Horde as a sitrep. So we won't need to bring many explosive classes, though we will still bring a Grenadier for the hollow targeting. Otherwise we'll probably be bringing classes like Rangers and Sharpshooters for their close-range accuracy when dealing with all of the Lost.
Setting course for Sector 8, Mexico.